Okay, welcome to another episode of the Nigerian Kitchen. And this week I am in London, my hometown. Now I know what you're thinking, right? UK undeservedly has a reputation of having very bad food. Actually, I think London is a gastronomy centre of the world. There's a lot of really, really good food. So this week I've decided to try and visit some of London's oldest pubs to try and check out the food scene. So yeah, the first place I'll be visiting is a tiny little place just opposite from the Royal Courts of Justice called the Seven Stars. Let's get in and see what the crack is all about. Now the Seven Stars in Carey Street, Holborn, predates the Royal Courts of Justice opposite by over 200 years. It's a Grade 2 listed building from the 1600s. Some claim this is actually London's oldest pub, dating from 1602. Inside is a pretty narrow room featuring a Victorian-style bar, posters and other trinkets with a legal theme, and, of course, a pub cat. But I mainly came for the food, so after making my drink of choice, a cider, I deliberated over the gastropub menu and opted for something with a touch of traditional Britishness about it. Rabbit, gravy and pasta. Alas, I made a literal schoolboy error. I thought I was ordering rabbit, gravy and pasta, but instead I got rabbit gravy and pasta. The comma makes all the difference. I think substantial bits of real rabbit meat might have made a big difference to the otherwise forgettable dish. This doesn't really support my argument about London being a gastronomy centre of the world, does it? Now, whilst I wouldn't write home about the food, I would at least scribble on a postcard recommending the decent drinks and friendly banter with other customers in this historical London drinking house. The second bar I am visiting is the George Inn. Now this building is dated right back to 1676, although actually the George Inn has existed even before that, but it's been rebuilt a few times. So this building itself has been around for what, 400 plus years. And of course, being the UK, it started to rain. So let me get inside and order some food. The George is just a stone's throw away from Borough Market, famous in its own right for great food, but that's another video. There are various sections of the pub, the old bar, the middle room and the gallery on the second floor, but for sure the courtyard on a sunny day is the best place to take in views of this wonky building. Okay, so I've ordered some Scotch eggs, going very traditional today. And then we've got steak and ale pie to follow, so some cider as well. First in with the Scotch egg. I can't remember the last time I had one of these. Okay. I'm not sure what the sauce is. That's really good sausage meat. It's Cumberland, very, very traditional. Now, if you're really going gastronomic, I guess this might be a little bit runnier and maybe a bit thicker with the sausage meat so that it's less dry. But this is still a very good Scotch egg. But this right here is what I really came for. Steak and ale pie with chunky chips. And veg. Okay. Chips are good. Not too soft. A good crunch on them. Now for the pie. Nice thick crust. And this is good pie. Nice short pastry. Lovely tasty filling. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is traditional British fare. It's just something about lovely buttery pastry with a nice dark gravy and great meat. The veg is also not too bad. It's a little bit too traditional British for my taste, which means overboiled. But actually they've done a mix of butternut squash and carrot. But it's still quite tasty. But for me, this is all about the pie. Cheers. Apparently both Shakespeare and Dickens have both been frequent guests of this pub, so it does seem the George attracts a certain literary type. The George is owned by the National Trust and it's London's only Grade 1 listed pub building, which tells you something about its authenticity as one of London's oldest pubs. Okay, so I've come to my third and final pub visit of the historic pubs in London, and this one is called the Mayflower. I've actually come over a little bit to the east and crossed the Thames to the south side. I'm actually on the south bank, right by the river right now. So let's go in and see what this place has got to offer. So the Mayflower pub gets its name from the famous ship that moored next door before sailing off to the New World. The interior is decked out with model ships, flags, pulleys and ropes to give it this old-style nautical feel. So of course I had no choice, I had to have a Sunday roast, complete with the beef, veg, potatoes, carrots and of course Yorkshire pudding. And we've got some horseradish here, and I've got my Coleman's mustard as well. It's been such a long time since I've had a full roast. Okay, let's tuck in and see. First, a little potato. That is really good. Now in for some beef. I've eaten a lot of Sunday roasts. This will definitely come in the top 5. It's very good. Yorkshire pudding. There's lashings of gravy as well, which is really important, right? Even the boiled veg has done well. Parsnips! Oh my goodness, there's parsnips! When was the last time I've had parsnips? I'm in heaven right now. This is amazing. Mayflower definitely know what they're doing when it comes to the Sunday roast. What does the sticky toffee come with? Custard? Oh, no custard. Is it possible to get it with custard? Okay, so there was no way that a sticky toffee pudding was not going to happen for dessert. And look here, lashings of custard, treacle, and a steamed cake. Woo. Now, when people say that English cuisine is not good, they've never had a sticky toffee pudding, obviously. Woo. Wow. Just the warmth that hits, and then the sugar high. I could cry. Absolutely fantastic. Season 1 of the Nigerian Kitchen is all about nostalgia. This takes me right back to school dinners, but of course the best kind of school dinners.
Now, despite the name and the fact that there probably has been a pub on this site for many hundreds of years, the Mayflower's claim to being one of London's oldest pubs is probably a little bit tenuous. Nevertheless, the cosy feel inside and the great food still make this a highly recommended pub to visit if in London.